Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are fine. So today we are going to discuss your major test biology paper. Okay. So you can see we'll start with the question number 51. Okay. So if you have any kind of doubts, you can also send me later. Okay. After the discussion. So let's start with the question number 51. See the question number 51 which is given. Which of the following are unique features of living organisms? So here we have to consider the unique features of the living organisms. Okay, as you might be studied in the first chapter itself. There are different characteristic features of the living being. That is like growth, reproduction, metabolism. Okay, so among these we have to consider the unique characteristic features. So see here, option A, growth and reproduction. Option B, reproduction and ability to sense environment. Then option C, metabolism and interaction. And option D is all of the above. So see, all these three options are about their characteristic features of the living organisms. Okay. So all of these will be the correct answer for question number 51. That is option D. Okay. The next question number 52. See here, cell division occurs dash in plants and dash in animals. Okay. So it is about the cell division, how it occurs in the plants as well as in animal. Okay, so it's about growth. Okay, in case of living organisms. So see the options given. Option A, continuously, only up to a certain stage. Okay, then only up to a certain age, and continuously, never, once and twice. So see here, in case of plants, the cell division is seen continuous. It is a continuous process. See, in plants we see after a particular period of time, the leaves of the plant will fall down. Okay, they become yellow and fall down, and again there will be regeneration of the new leaves. Okay, that means the cells are continuously dividing. Okay, plants grow until they get the nutrition. Okay, if the nutrition supplement is being stopped somehow, environmentally or by me, okay, then only we can see there is a death in the plant cells or plant cell will stop to divide. But here, if there is a continuous supply of the nutrients from the soil, from the atmosphere, okay, so the plants will start to regenerate. They have the regeneration capacity, that is called totipotency. And in case of animals, up to a certain age. See, in animals we see they have a particular lifespan. Okay, like humans, okay, they are supposed to survive up to 100 years or maybe less than that. So it is depending upon the cells. Okay, cells undergo aging, and after aging they don't divide at all. Okay, so option A is the correct for the question number 52. See the question number 53. In unicellular organisms, with respect to growth and or reproduction, following can be true. So we have to consider according to growth and reproduction. See, growth and reproduction are the characteristic feature, okay, that are not only for the living organism but also for those which cannot reproduce or the non-living one. Okay, because growth, it is not only seen in case of living organism, it is also seen in the non-living organism. Okay, if we take an example of mountain, they also grow, right? So these mountains, when they grow, that means we see external growth. Okay, because there is no body inside the mountain, so that mountains, they are growing by accumulation of just a soil onto it. Okay, and in case of living organism, it is internal as well as external. And in case of reproduction is a kind of characteristic feature which is actually be what we say a defining character, we can say, for living organisms. But there are certain exceptions, like worker bees are there. Okay, honeybee, worker bees. Then sterile couples are there, and we can also consider the hybrid vigors like mule. Okay, so these are what? These are the infertile. Although they are produced by sexual reproduction, but the offspring which are formed, these are infertile. So we cannot consider reproduction or growth as a defining property here. So let's discuss about it. See, question number 53, what it is given. In unicellular organism, with respect to growth and reproduction, following can be true. Now we are in unicellular organism, okay. Growth and reproduction are inclusive event. Then unicellular organisms grow by cell division. Okay, and option 3, both are exclusive. So options here given are only one is correct, only two is correct, both 1 and 2 are correct, and option D, only 3 is correct. So here I would like to tell you, in case of unicellular organism, growth and reproduction are inclusive, okay, events, because they don't have different organs or tissues to regulate all these functions. Okay, unicellular means they are single celled organism, they reproduce by themselves. Okay, and they also grow by themselves by showing certain metabolic changes. And here unicellular organisms grow by cell division. Yes, of course. So option C is correct, that is both 1 and 2 are correct. Now next we are moving to the next question, that is question number 54. In majority of the higher animals and plants, dash and dash are mutually exclusive event. Okay, so in most of the higher animals and plant, what are mutually exclusive events? As I have discussed about growth and reproduction. Okay, so here options given: growth, nutrition, consciousness, growth, reproduction, and option D, reproduction, consciousness. So here option C will be the correct, because growth and reproduction are mutually exclusive events. Okay, in case of higher plant and the animals. Okay, the next, non-living objects, question number 55. Non-living objects, okay, so the statements are given: grows from external surface by collecting substance onto it, then grows from internal surface like living, do not grow at all. See, three statements are given and we have to select which one is the correct one. Okay, as I told you about growth also, mountains, they grow by external accumulation, they don't show any kind of internal consciousness, right? So the correct option for this question is option number 1, that is only one is correct, that is grows from external external surface by collecting substance onto it, right? So that is how we can answer this question. Okay, so the question 55 has option A, that is correct answer. The next question number 56. In multicellular organisms, dash refers to the production of progeny possessing features more or less similar to those of parents. Okay, so see here the question what is given: in multicellular organism, dash refers to the production of progeny. Okay, so what is that character which is responsible for production of progeny? It's very simple: reproduction. Okay, growth doesn't mean that is going to be forming the progeny. Okay, so reproduction is ultimately correct answer here. So option B will be the correct one. Okay, the next, the fungi. Okay, question number 57. The fungi, the filamentous algae, the protonema of mosses, all easily multiply by. Okay, so here certain characteristic feature we have to know, that in reproduction there are various modes of reproduction, like asexual and sexual mode of reproductions are there. Okay, in asexual mode of reproduction we see different types are there, like formation of spore, formation of okay, endospore formation is there, budding is there, then binary fusion is there, fragmentation is there. Okay, so many different types of reproductions are seen, and of these different types of reproduction, most of the organisms have a common type. So see here but it is asked: the fungi, the filamentous algae, the protonema of mosses, okay, all easily multiply by. So they have a common way of multiplying, that is called fragmentation. So the option D is correct for question number 57. Now next we will move to the question number 58. Which of the following factors exclusively affect reproduction in seasonal breeders? Okay, both plants and animals. So what we have to see, what exclusive factors affect, okay, reproduction in seasonal breeders. So there are, see, in case of plants, okay, plants they breed according to season. Okay, so flowering period is some different, at that period only they will produce the new offsprings or the seeds. Okay, so that is, see, the options are given, what factors are there: water, temperature, photo period, and the all of this. So see, the most important factor is the photo period. Okay, you know mangoes they grow. Okay, when they are formed in the season of I think Feb ending to the April May. Okay, in this season they are in this what do you say months they are been formed, right? From spring to the summer. So that is the actual what do you say? Uh, yes, it is the actual time for the photoperiodism in these plants, and they will get the flowering. Okay, and after flowering they will undergo sexual reproduction and form the new progeny. Okay, so that is optimal condition for their growth and development. Now next question number 59, the sum total of all chemical reactions occurring in the body is known as, okay, so chemical reactions, see what chemical reactions occur within the body, that is it consists of anabolism plus catabolism. So what do you mean by anabolism and catabolism? Anabolism is a type of chemical reaction which is responsible for synthesis. It is related to synthesis. And catabolism is a chemical reaction which is related to breakdown. Okay, so see, in living organisms, respiration, photosynthesis are the anabolic catabolic reaction. Here, the complex organic food material, okay, they are synthesized or they are broken down into simple substances, okay, by the combination of these both reactions, and togetherly we are calling them as a metabolism. They are calling as a metabolism. Okay, so what the question is given here, that is the sum total of chemical reactions occurring in our body is known as, see, anabolism and catabolism together called metabolism. So the correct option is option number A, that is metabolism. Okay. Now next question number 60. Which of the following term is used to refer the number of varieties of plants and animals on the earth? Okay. So what term we are using to define or to refer the number of varieties? See how to give the name. It's not taxonomy, because taxonomy is the branch dealing with identification, classification and nomenclature. Okay. Then identification is just it is just a name or identifying such a living organism is here. This is plant, this is animal. Okay. But we cannot use a particular term. Then biodiversity and classification. So here among this biodiversity can be referred as, because we are talking about the variety of plants and animals on earth. And variety of plant and animal means these are living organisms. Okay, a diverse group of living organisms are there. Variety of plants are there. Variety of animals are there. So what common term we are using here? Biodiversity. Okay, so the correct answer is the biodiversity. That is option number C. The next question number 61. ICBN stands for. What is ICBN? It is an organization. Okay, who has given certain rules. Okay, what rules? That to be considered under nomenclature, that is binomial nomenclature. Okay, so ICBN, that is International Code for Botanical Nomenclature, and similarly ICZN is also there, that is called International Code for Zoological Nomenclature. Okay, so here option A is the correct one, that is ICBN stands for International Code for Botanical Nomenclature. Okay, the next we are moving to the question number 62. See, binomial nomenclature means. Now, who has given the binomial nomenclature? Carolus Linnaeus, right? So, in binomial nomenclature, there are certain rules. What are those rules? Whenever we are writing the scientific name, okay, they should have two words. That is, one should be the generic name and another name should be the specific name. The generic name should be written, okay, the first letter of generic name should be written always in capital, and the first letter of the specific name should be written always in the small letter. Okay. Now, when they are written, okay, they should be underlined, and when they are typed, they should be typed in italics. So such rules are given, okay, in the binomial nomenclature. Now here, let's consider what binomial nomenclature means. Option A, name given by two scientists. It is not name given by two scientists. It is the name consisting of two words. Okay. The next, one specific name consisting of a generic and specific epithet. Oh, sorry, one scientific name consisting of generic and specific epithet. Then two names, one Latinized and other of a person. Two names of same plant. See, the thing is that of this, the correct answer will be option B. And why it is, I'll tell you. One scientific name consisting of a generic and specific epithet. As I told you, okay, it should have two word system. One is generic and the specific epithet. And why not others? See, first option is one name given by two scientists. It is not two scientists, it is two words. Okay. Then third option you can see two names. One Latinized. No. If Latin, because Latin is a language. Here we are using Latin language because it is a dead language. And once we are writing the names into this Latin language, it cannot be modified. Right? So that is why we are using this Latin language. And we cannot use for only one word. We are writing entire sentence or entire scientific name into Latin language only. Okay. So for that it is not correct. Then option D, two names of same plant. See, we cannot write two names. Okay, it's two words are given. Okay, it two words are given. That is, one is preferring the genus and another is preferring the species name. So the correct option among this is the option number B. One scientific name consisting of a generic and the specific epithet. Okay. Now next we are going to the next question. That is question number 63. In printed scientific names, only the dash is capitalized. See what I have told in the last question, the generic name should be capitalized, right? So see the options are given, class, species, genus, family. So option C is the correct for this, that is generic name should be capitalized. The next question number 64, each category of taxonomic hierarchy refers to as a unit of, okay, so what is meant by hierarchy? See, it is just a classification, okay, it is a classification of the living organisms according to their rank. So there are how many? 7 are there. Let's see what are those 7. So these are like kingdom, then phylum, then class, then order, then family, and finally then genus and species. Okay, how many are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So 7 categories are there. These are called taxonomic categories. Of these, okay, the lowest number of organisms are found in the species. Okay, then next genus. So this is like ascending order. Okay, from the smallest to largest. So this is how we are considering the taxonomic categories. Okay, so see, each category of taxonomic hierarchy refers to as a unit of, okay, options are given systematic, option B identification, option C nomenclature, and option D classification. So these are the classification. It is a way of classifying the living organisms. Okay, see, in kingdom example we can take kingdom Plantae. Okay, then it has a particular, like if you talk about Plantae, then instead of phylum there will be formation of division. We will call it as a division. Okay, in kingdom Plantae we have two types of division, that is cryptogamy, phanerogamy. Okay, then after that we have classes. Under cryptogamy we have certain classes. Okay, under phanerogamy we have certain classes, then order, like that, then species will be formed. Okay, so the largest among these is the kingdom Plantae. Now you can understand here, you can see here, like different types of classes, then order and families are formed. So this is a way of classification basically. Okay, we cannot consider it as a systematic, okay, or it can be the, what we say, identification or nomenclature. So it is option D, that is classification. Next, option C, question number 65. Systematics refers to, now what is systematic basically? Okay, option A is identification and classification of plant and animal. Then nomenclature and identification of plant and animal. Option C, diversity of kinds of organism and their relationship. And option D, different kinds of living organisms and their classification. Among these, the correct option is, as you will, if you will refer to the definition of systematic, what is it? Diverse. It is a study, okay, or it is a study of diversity of kinds, okay, or diverse group of living organisms and their relationship. So that is the correct answer, option C. The next we are moving to the question number 66. See the question 66. Taxon is a taxon is a, okay. So what is taxon here? Unit of classification, species, highest rank of classification, group of closely related organisms. So it is taxon means it is group of closely related organism. It can be any category among these, but it is also the group of closely related organism. Okay, so correct option is the option number D. Now next question, that is question 67. The practical purpose of classification of living organism is to. So options are given. Option A, explain the living organisms, explain the origin of living organism. Then option B is given, trace the evolution of living organism. Option C is given, name the living organisms, and option D is given, facilitate identification of unknown organisms. So correct option is option number D, that is facilitated identification of unknown organism. So what we are putting a practical approach or practical purpose of classification. Okay, so whatever unknown or the newly found species is there, that can be added. Okay, and that can be understood by all the living beings. The next question number 68. Which of the following is not a characteristic of life? See here, again it comes to the very first question. Okay, see the options are given. Option A, reproduction. Option B, complex chemical organization. Option C, adaptation to environmental changes. And option D, differentiation from cell to tissue. Okay, so correct option is the option number D, that is differentiation from cell to tissue. So which one of the following is not a characteristic of life? So we cannot say this will be the characteristic of life as differentiation from cell to tissue. We cannot see such type of cell division. Okay, so when we talk about cell division, it is a characteristic feature of living organism, but how it is multiplying we cannot say. Okay, so the correct option will be option number D. Now next, families are characterized on which of the following features of plant species? Okay, on what basis we are categorizing the families? Let's see. Option are given, external morphology. Then option B, anatomy of parts. Option C, vegetative and reproductive parts. Option D, seasonal similarities and variation. Okay, so here we are considering the vegetative and reproductive parts. Okay, in case of plant species to form the families. Okay, so families are formed on the basis of this vegetative and the reproductive characters. The next question number 70. The order generally ends with. So there are certain suffixes. Okay, in case of some order are phyta. Okay, some are ales. Then in case of family also Solanaceae, Poaceae, Liliaceae, Ace, that is like suffixes. Okay, in case of what we say, yes, order generally we are using ALES. This is the suffix. Suffix, that is the word which comes at the end. Okay, prefix, suffix. Prefix means in the beginning of the word and suffix means at the end of the word. So whenever you get any kind of families, okay, or the orders, okay, here we will write an example. Okay, Okay, cycadales. So cycads, these are the plants of their order. It is written as cycadales. Okay, so ALES is the suffix of this particular order. So correct option for question number 70 is the option number A. Okay. Now let's see the question number 71. Which of the following taxonomic aid provides information for identification of name of species? Okay, identification of name of species found in an area. Okay, so see the question. Which of the following taxonomic aid? So there are different taxonomic aids are there, like key is there, manuals are there, monographs are there. Okay, so of this, which one is aiding the information for identification of names found in a particular area? That is manual. Okay, so through manuals we can get an information of the living organism in a particular area. So the correct option for question number 71 is the option number B. Okay. The next, which of the following, which of the taxonomic aid can give comprehensive account of complete compiled information of any one's genus or family at a particular time? So again, it is about the taxonomic aid. Again, the monograph is the correct answer for this. Okay, you can refer in the textbook also. Directly the sentence are given for this. Okay. The next, again similar question is there. Which one of the following taxonomic aid is used for identification of plant and animal based on similarities and dissimilarities? Key. Okay. Keys consist of couplets. A statement is there. Two statements are there. Okay. One is the kind of question type and another one will be the answer type. Okay. So these are the keys. We can get the answers of the, or this, we can consider the similarities and dissimilarities by these couplets. The next question number 74. Herbarium is a, okay, so what is herbarium? Basically herbarium, it is a museum, a kind of museum of dried specimen of the plants. Okay, so we can also consider it as a dry garden. So to see the options: a garden where medicinal plants are grown, garden where herbaceous plants are grown, dry garden, and chemical to kill the plant. No. So option C is the correct, that is dry garden. As I told you, it is acting as a museum of the plants. So here in herbarium, most probably we put the plants onto a herbarium sheet. Okay. So that whatever plants which are extinct by evolution, okay, those can also be studied under our studies. Okay. The next question number 75. The famous botanical garden Kew is located in England. Kew, England. Okay. So question 75 has the option A, that is correct answer. The next question number 76. Key are generally dash in nature. See, these are analytical way. It is an analytical way of identifying the organism or its similarity or dissimilarity. So the option C is the correct answer. That is analytical in nature. The next we are moving to question number 77. Each statement in the key is, okay, each statement in the key is option A, lead, option B, catalog, option C, manuals, and option D, monographs. So see, each statement in the key, as I told you, there are couplet. Okay, first one is the lead is there and another one is the statement. So the first statement is always lead. Okay, so option A is the correct answer. Two statements are given in the key. Then the key are based on contrasting characters, generally in a pair called couplet. See, the option B is correct for that. Which of the following statements, question number 79, which of the following statement is or are correct? See, the statements are given. Only living organisms grow. Plants grow only up to certain age. The growth in the living organism is from inside. Option D, all of these. See, only living organisms grow. It's not the correct statement because, as I told in the beginning, growth is also seen in the non-living organism, such as mountains or accumulation of the substance onto it. Then Option B here given, plants grow up to certain age. It's not like plants, because animals grow at up to certain age, because plants until they get the nutrition they will show the growth. Okay. The next, the growth in the living organisms is from inside. Yes, it can be considered as the correct option, because see, when we talk about growth, it is not just the external growth, it should also be the internal. When it is about living organism, there will be internal development of organs. Okay, development of organs means there will be development of hormones. Okay, enzymes, proteins. So what external characters can be seen in case of plants also. From internally when they develop, then only external characters will be seen. So such a what we say, such a kind of changes are seen as the, yes, in the living organisms. So growth in the living organism is from inside. Okay. Now next we are moving to the question number 80. See the question number 80. Growth in living organisms occurs by, see, options are given, division of cells. Option B, increase in biomass. Option C, accumulation of material from external agency. No, it is not correct. See, the options A and B are the correct, as division of cell is there, so what cell growth can be seen, and another one, increase in biomass. Of course, when there is internal and external growth is seen, or external and internal accumulation of biomass is seen, then only we can consider it is a growth. So option D is the correct for question number 80. The next question number 81. Which of the following is not a correct statement? Okay, see the statements are given. Botanical garden have collection of living plants. Okay, for reference. Then a museum has collection of photographs of plants and animals. Key is a taxonomic aid for identification of species or specimens. And herbarium is a storehouse that contains dried, pressed and preserved plant species. Okay, so of this, which we have to select the incorrect one. Okay, or which is not correct actually. So see here, botanical garden have collection of living plants for reference. Of course they have, because we see in the botanical garden there are number of plants are present by which we can get a reference. Okay, means which type of plant is cultivated in which type of areas. Okay. The next, a museum has collection of photographs of plants and animals. No, in a museum we are placing the living fossils. Okay, museum is a place for living fossils. Okay, so it's not about the photographs. We cannot post just a photograph. Okay, so this will be the incorrect one. So option B is the incorrect according to this. The next, question number 82. Which 2 points are known as twin characters of growth? See, we have to consider the twin characters of growth. So let's see here. Option 1, increase in mass. Option 2, differentiation. Option 3, increase in number of individual. Option D, option 4, response to stimuli. So here we have to consider among these which one are correct, which are common. So option A here given 1 and 2. Option B 1 and 4, option C 2 and 3, and option D 1 and 3. So let's see once again. Increase in biomass, yes, it can be considered as the characteristic of growth, as it is said in the growth, like it is internal as well as external accumulation of biomass. So that is increase in mass is the correct one. Then differentiation, then increase in number of individual. See, when it comes to the differentiation, it is just an internal. See, cell differentiate. That means it is showing internal differentiation. It is not external. It should be internal as well as external. Then increase in number of individuals. Of course. See, when we look after a mass of a people or mass of plants, what we see? Okay, the mass has increased. Right? What comes here? Mass. That means there is a increase in mass. So that means it is again a growth. Okay. So with response to growth, I think 2 options are correct. That is option number 1 and option number 3. That is option D among these is the correct one. Okay. So statement number 1 and 3 are the correct. Then next, question number 83. Which of the following statement regarding nomenclature is correct? Okay, so see what about nomenclature? Again, statements are there. As I told you, nomenclature has to follow certain rules which are given by ICBN and ICZN. So here the options are given. Generic name always always begin with capital letter, whereas specific name with small letter. Of course, it is the correct as I told you in the previous question also. The next, scientific name should be printed in italics. Yes, it should be printed in italics. When it is handwritten, it should be underlined. That is the rule. Then scientific name when typed or handwritten, it should be underlined. Correct. Then option D, all of the above. Option D is correct, all of the above, because all are the rules of the binomial nomenclature. The next question number 84. Which of the following statement are correct about herbarium? So we have to consider the correct statement about herbarium. It is a storehouse of collected plant specimen and dried and preserved on sheets. Yes, it is correct. Herbarium sheet contain information about date and place of collection, name, family, collector's name, etc. Of course, it is correct. And option C, it serves as quick referral system in the taxonomic studies. Yes. See, what is the purpose of herbarium is to put the plants, okay, of the different species and their time as well as date of collection when it was been collected, and then we have to write the collector's name also, so that a person can understand the characteristic feature of that plant. Okay, so that is the correct way of placing a plant. So option D will be the correct for this question number 84. Now next we are moving to the question number 85. Which of the following statement regarding growth is incorrect? So we have to consider which is the incorrect one. In plants, growth by cell division is seen only up to certain age. No, it is incorrect. See, this is the incorrect one. Okay, as I told you, it is not in up to certain age. In plant, it gets increased by getting the nutrition. In animals, it is up to certain age. Again, we will look after other options. Growth exhibited by non-living object is by accumulation of material on the surface. Yes, it is correct. Okay. Then in non-living object, it is by surface accumulation. A multicellular organism grows by cell division. Yes, of course. Then growth in vitro culture of unicellular organism can be observed by counting number of cells. Yes. So this is a method, okay, that is called cell counting, okay, or the plate counting. So what we are doing here, we are growing the unicellular organism like microorganism or bacteria you can consider. We are growing this bacteria onto a particular artificial culture media, and after that, after 24 or 44 or 48 hours of incubation, we can observe the number of colonies. Okay, so we can count it also. So that is again correct. So the incorrect one is the first option, that is in plants growth by cell division is seen only up to certain age. So that is wrong. Okay. The next question number 86. Which of the following statement is or are correct for metabolism? So we have to consider correct statement here. It is the sum total of all physical and physical reactions taking place inside the living system. Okay. So see, when it comes to the metabolic reaction, it also includes the chemical, okay, or the physical reactions here. Okay. But not physical, sorry, chemical reaction. So option 1 is incorrect here. Okay, we have to consider the correct one. It is incorrect basically. When it comes to the metabolism, as I told you, anabolism plus catabolism, right? That brings about metabolism. So it cannot be seen externally, it is internal. The next, all plants, animal, fungi, microbe exhibit metabolism. Of course, they are living organisms. All they exhibit the metabolism. They have metabolism. They have the respiration. They have the food. In plants, they have photosynthesis. Okay, they perform defense mechanism of the body. Then many other processes like digestion, absorption, excretion, cell division, reproduction. All these are performed by single cell as well as multicellular organism. Okay, so it is correct. Then isolated metabolic reaction in vitro are not living but are living reactions. Okay, so this is the incorrect one because all are living reactions only. Okay. The next, option D, all of the above. So the correct option among these is the all the plants and fungi and microbes exhibit metabolism. See, living when it comes to the living organism, they have a metabolic processes. So let's see next question. Question number 87. Which of the following statement is correct about biodiversity? See, what is biodiversity? Diversity among the living organisms. Okay, that is called biodiversity. Next, options are given. It is the occurrence of varied type of organisms on the earth. Okay, yes. Each different kind of plant and animal or organism represents a species. Of course, the number of species that are known and described range between 1.7 to 1.8 millions. Yes, of course, it is correct. Okay, and option D, all of the above. So all the statements are correct about biodiversity. Okay. The next, question number 88. Which of the following statements are not correct? Okay, so these are the statement wise questions. How many are there? Let's see again. Many questions are there. So let's consider this one. Lower the taxon, more the characteristics that are member within the taxon share. Order is the assemblance of genera and which exhibit a few similar characters. Then cat and dog include in same family called Felidae. And option D, binomial nomenclature was introduced by Carolus. Okay, so we have to consider which one are not correct. Okay, yes, Carolus Linnaeus. So option, see here, options are given. Option A, 1, 2 and 3. Option B, 2, 3 and 4. Option C, 1 and 4. And option D, 2 and 3. So let's see here. So this first option, which is lower the taxon, more the characteristics, okay, of the members. Yes, it is correct. Options option B, see here. Order is assemblance of genera. See here. Order is assemblance of family. Here you can see here rank wise categories I have written here, and order it is assemblance of families, not the genera. So it is incorrect one. Okay. Then next, cat and dog are included in same family. No, they are not included in same family. Okay. So that is also incorrect. The binomial nomenclature was introduced by Carolus Linnaeus, as I told you in previous question also. So the option D, I think, is correct for this. That is option number 2 and 3. Okay. So question number 88 has option D correct answer. The next, question number 89. Which of the following statements are correct? See here. Genus comprises the group of related species. Second option, taxon represents the taxonomic group of individual of organisms. Then option C, 3, that is family comprises a group of related genera. Okay. Yes, group of genera comprises family. Then taxonomic category, class includes related order. Okay, that is also correct. So we have to consider which one are correct. So see, option 1 is correct. Okay. Then genus comprises group of related species. See, genus is formed by related species. Then taxon represents a group of individual organism. No, it cannot be considered. It is a unit of classification basically. So it is not correct. Then third, family comprises related genera. Yes. So in family you can see the related genera are there. Okay. And option D, that is taxonomic category, class includes related order. So here class have related orders, of course. So option C is correct, 1, 3 and 4. Now next, question number 90. Which of the following statement is or are not correct? So here we'll read the statements and we'll consider which one is the correct answer. So here we have to consider which one is the not correct one. See here. First statement, reproduction is the production of progeny possessing features dissimilar to their parents. Okay. So it's not like dissimilar, because when we talk about progenies, they have quite similarities with their parents. Okay. Either of both parents, if it is by sexual reproduction. Okay. And when it is by asexual reproduction, it is genetically identical to the parent. Okay. So This will be the one of the incorrect one. Okay. Then the fungi, the filamentous algae, protonema, all multiply by budding. No, this was the question. See, which question it was? It was the question number 57. Option, see what it is given, it is budding. It is not budding, it is by fragmentation. So, both of these options are not correct actually. Then many organisms like mules, sterile worker bees do not reproduce. Of course, it is correct because sterile worker bees means they are not fertile at all, right? Then mules, these are the hybrids formed by donkey and horse. Okay, these are also infertile. The next means they cannot reproduce. Reproduction is not an all-inclusive defining characteristic of living organism. Yes, why? Because of same reason, that is sterile worker bees and mule cannot reproduce. These are also living organism, and because of such exception, reproduction cannot be referred as defining property. So option 3 and 4 are correct one. Among these, which are not correct? Option 1 and 2. So the here where it is given in option B, both 1 and 2 are not correct. Okay. Next, question number 91. Which of the following statement is or are correct? See, all living organisms, we will read the statements. All living organisms have ability to respond the environment stimuli, which could be physical or chemical or biological. Yes. See, when it comes to the living organism, it comes with the consciousness. We have the self-awareness. Plants have the self-awareness. Okay. So they respond to physical, chemical or biological stimuli. Okay. Physical is there. It is related to the environmental changes. Okay. According to they show the stimulus. If we take an example, you place a plant or small plant into a pot and nearby a window from where the sunlight is exposed. So the plant will grow according to that sunlight. That is called photoperiodism. Okay. And also called as geotropic movement. So that is nothing but a response to stimuli, that is external stimuli. In the plants like touch me not, which is also referred as Mimosa pudica, or the in Marathi it is called Lazau. So when we touch the leaves of such plant, they will come closer, right? So that is also response to stimuli. In case of humans or animals, you can see, okay, if you go near the hot or any cold substance, okay, you will withdraw your hands. That is also a response to stimuli, okay. So it can be any kind of stimuli. Then plants respond to external factors like light, water, temperature, other organisms, pollutant. Of course, as I told you about temperature, light. The next, photoperiod affects the process of reproduction. Yes, because it is the most important factor. As I told you in the seasonal crops, okay, it was a previous question again. Which one was that? I'll tell you. Yes, question number 58. Okay, so same question it is here. The statement which is given here is the question over there. The next, human being is the only organism who has self-consciousness. Yes, human beings are having self-consciousness, means we can regulate the various stimulus. Okay, now here options are given. Option A only 1, option B both 1 and 3, sorry 2 and 3, option C both 1 and 4, and option D all of these. So all of these are the correct answer, okay, because all the options are about living organisms. Then question number 92, which of the following statement is or are correct? Classification is the providing of standardized names, okay, to the organism such that a particular organism known by same all over the world, okay. The next, taxonomy is the correct description of an organism. Then, and to recognition of its scientific name. Option 3, statement 3, the system of naming with two components, that is binomial nomenclature, was proposed by Carolus Linnaeus. Yes, and option that is statement 4, zoological names are based on International Code of for Zoological Nomenclature. Okay, so what we have to consider, which one are correct. Okay. So options are given. Option A only 1, option B both 3 and 4, option C only 4, option D all of these. Okay. So option B is the correct one. That is, see here, Option B is the correct, that is option number 3 and 4. That is name, the binomial nomenclature was given by Carolus Linnaeus, and another, that is zoological nomenclature, is under the ICZN, that is International Code for Zoological Nomenclature. Okay, so the correct option for question number 92 is option number B. The next, which of the following taxonomic categories is being described by the given statement from 1 to 3? Okay, so we have to consider the taxonomic categories by the 3 different statements. Okay, so let's see. It is the basic unit of classification, first statement. Then it is defined as group of individual which resembles in their morphological and reproductive characters, okay, and interbreed among themselves to produce fertile offsprings, okay. And human being belong to the species sapiens, which is grouped in genus Homo. Yes, so see, we have to consider all these statements for a particular category in this group. Okay, so see here, it is the basic unit of classification, means it is species. Species is the basic unit of classification, and species is a group of individual also, okay, which are similar in morphological appearance and produce the fertile offspring. That is also correct for species only. Then human being, yes, it is a species, okay, that is having name sapiens, and Homo is the genus. So all answers are about species only. The correct answer is the option A, that is species. The next, question number 94. See the question 94, what it is given? Which of the following statement are not correct? So we have to again read the statements and we have to consider which one is not correct. See the statement number 1. Okay, genus comprises group of related species which has more characters in common in comparison to other genera. Okay, the next, then it is correct, actually it is correct option. Okay, the next we have to consider 3 different genera such as Solanum, Datura and Petunia are placed in a family called Malvaceae. No, it is not correct. Okay, because Solanum Datura are placed under Solanaceae, not Malvaceae. So it is wrong. Okay, in case of plants, classes with a few similar characters are assigned to higher category called phylum. Yes, so different classes they are under phylum. See, you can see here on the board also categories I have written here. Phylum consists of many classes. Okay, so but what is given here in case of plant classes, sorry, in case of plants it is division. Okay, in case of animal it is phylum. Sorry, so the statement it is like fluctuating. In case of plants, classes with few similar characters are assigned to higher category called phylum. No, in case of animals we are using phylum, animals, and in case of division, or in case of plants we are using the term division. Okay, so when it is phylum, then it is going to animal, so it is incorrect one. And yes, options are given, both 1 and 2, option B only 3, option C both 2 and 3, and option D all of these. So of these 3 statements, 2 and 3 are incorrect. Okay, so the option C is the correct one for that. The next, we are moving to the question number 95. So students, I hope you are getting. If you have any kind of doubt, you can ask me. Okay. Now the question number 95. Which of the following taxonomical aid is being described by the given statement? That is 1 to 4 we have to see the statement, and according to that we have to consider the statement for taxonomical aid. See, they generally established in educational institute. They have collection of preserved plant and animal specimens for study and reference. Okay, insect are preserved in the boxes after collecting and killing and penning. So after collection we are penning these insects. Okay, and we are placing on boxes. They often have collection of skeleton of animals too. So see, here options are given. Option A herbarium, option B museum, option C zoological park, option D botanical garden. See, when it comes to the fossils, see, fossil means the dead remains. Okay, so when it is about the insect preserved in boxes after killing and pinning them, then they have collection of preserved plant and animal species. So that means it is a museum basically. Okay, so option B is the correct for this. Then question number 96. Which of the following statement regarding growth is incorrect? In animal, growth is seen up to a certain age. Okay. Then option B, increase in body mass is considered as growth. Yes. Then growth by cell division occurs continuously throughout their lifespan in animal. No. Why no? This statement can be correct for the plants but not for animals. Okay, plants grow in their lifespan until they get the nutrition, and animals grow up to a particular period of time. Then increase in mass and number of individual is the characteristic feature of animal growth. Yes. So see, of this incorrect is the option C, that is growth by cell division occurs continuously throughout the lifespan in animal. No. After a particular period of time, cell growth stops in case of animal due to aging process. Okay. Now next, question number 97. Select the correct statement, that is from 1 to 5. Okay, regarding taxonomic categories. So we have to select which are the correct statements here. Each step or a rank in a hierarchy is called taxonomic category. Yes, each of these are referred as taxonomic category, that is kingdom, phylum or division, class, order, family, genus, species. Then species is the group of individual organism with fundamental similarities capable of breeding among themselves. Of course, it is the characteristic feature of species. Yes, correct answer. Then taxonomic studies of all unknown organisms have led to development of common categories like kingdom, phylum. No. It is not about unknown. We are placing the known organism with similar characters. Okay. Similar category of species they are placed under genus. Similar genus they are placed under family. Okay, single family. Then order, class, in this way, based on similar characters. So it will be the incorrect one. The next, lower the category, greater the difficulty of determining the relationship to other taxa at same level. No, it is also incorrect. Okay. So which are the correct we have to select here. So option 1 and 2 are only the correct options among this. So option A will be the correct here in question number 97. Now next we are moving to the question number 98 again. Which of the following statement is incorrect? See, the statement wise questions are more here. So let's read the statements and consider which one is the incorrect. The scientific name of human is Homo sapiens. Yes, it is correct. Organism placed in the same genus are least closely related. No, it is incorrect actually. Okay, because they are more closely related. The next, moving from species to kingdom, more different species are included in each higher category. Yes, it is correct. Then species that are in the same genus share very specific character. Of course, it is also correct. So incorrect among these is the option number B. Organism placed in the same genus are least closely related. So that is incorrect one. The next, question number 99. Study of the following statements. Okay. Study the following statements and select the correct description of botanical garden. So we have to select the correct statement for the botanical garden. Let's see here. Plant species are grown for identification purposes. Second, labeling of each plant consists of botanical name and scientific name and its family. See, both of these options are correct basically. Then statement 3, specimens are preserved in the jars and containers. No. Okay, because when it comes to the botanical garden, they are freely grown, okay, into fields. When it comes to herbarium, they can be dried or they can be bottled or in museum also. Okay, Then next, it is incorrect actually. It is a type of storehouse which contains dried, pressed, preserved plant species on the sheet. No, it is also incorrect. Plant specimen contain a labeling of information about date and place of collection. No, it is also incorrect. So, see, option 1 and 2 are the correct option for botanical garden. Others are correct for the herbarium or other type of, what we say, taxonomical aids. Okay. So, here, correct option for question number 99 is option number 1. That is A. Okay. Now, question number 100. See here, certain information has been given here. Which of the following is correct sequence of various of various herbarium formation? So in herbarium formation, we have to consider certain features. Okay, or we have to follow a sequence. Okay, what is that sequence? See here. So I'll tell you the correct option among this, and we'll see the sequence. Correct option is the option number A. So the sequence first is the collection, then drying, then poisoning, then mounting, then stitching, and finally labeling and deposition. So this is the correct sequence, so which is given in the option A, that is 3, 1, 2, 5, 7, 4, 6. Okay, so in this way you have to arrange here. Okay, so this is about your paper discussion. I hope you have got the information you wanted. If you have any kind of doubt, you can text me. Okay, I'll solve it there. Thank you.